it's Donna
and Kyla
with Resale Tips and Tales. And today I'm going to show you a video on how to create a listing on eBay. So today, which is September 2019, I am going to be showing you on the eBay app from my iPhone how I create all of my listings. Now, just take a reminder that this is, like I said, September 2019. So if you're watching this video 2 years from now, technology changes all the time. Apps are updated all the time. So just take into mind things might look a little bit different, but hopefully they are still pretty much the same as what I'm going to show you today. So let's go ahead and dive in. So this is your main screen when you go into your eBay app. At the bottom, I'm going to select the little button to the right that says Selling. And this is going to show you a summary of all your sales. At the very top, it shows you, it says List an Item. So I'm going to select that button. All right, so now we need to create a listing title. Now what's important with your title is you want to make it sound like it makes sense. You don't want to cram keywords in here. You really want it to flow, and you want the first about 6 words to be the main description of your item. So I am going to be selling a cycling jersey is what my example is today. So the brand is Zintown. Now it's kind of odd. Then I'm going to put in the color of the jersey, and then I'm going to say it's a cycling jersey, and I'm going to put the word shirt in there because they may not type in jersey. It is a men's size large, I believe. Okay, and I'm also going to type in the end short sleeve. And then you're going to hit the blue go button at the bottom. It's going to search for something that might be similar. All right, now you have to describe what it is in terms of their condition. So this item I am listing happens to be new with tags, so that's what I'm going to select. And it should populate your listing. All right, so right there you can see at the top, the first thing we're going to add is the photos. So you can select the plus button. Now, you can take photos directly from the iPhone app, which is very nice and convenient. However, I typically take them ahead of time, and that way I can edit them how I want them, and then I can list them on here. So I'm going to go to my photo library. You have to pardon my personal photos here for a second. All right, so here is my pictures. So I'm going to select all of my pictures just by tapping on them. And then I'm going to select at the bottom, it says Add Photos. You can select up to 12 photos for your listing, which is super nice on eBay. A lot of other platforms, you can only do 8. That is one thing I do like about eBay. All right, so we're going to just let them load. You're going to see them populating at the top, and we're going to move on to the title section. So I already typed in my title. However, let's say I want to go back in and edit something. I'm going to just type anywhere in that box, and then at the beginning, I am going to write in the word new. So when people are scrolling through, they'll see the word new, and maybe we'll click on my listing. All right, and then I'm going to hit done either at the top right or the bottom button on your keypad. All right, we're going to scroll down. The next section is category. eBay automatically, based on your title, selects the category they feel is best fit for your item. But if you want to change it, you would just select those words. And here you can see the categories. And I have a store set up, so I can also select what store category I would like it to go into. So I'm going to do that right now. Instead of other, I am going to select men's clothing. And then if you want to change the eBay category, you can also select that area, and it will kind of select some others that they suggest for you, or you can scroll to the bottom and select your own categories here, and you'll go through a series of drop-down menus, but we're not going to do that today. All right, so I'm going to hit done at the top. The next section here is your item details. So eBay expects that you put in as many details as possible about your item. So we're going to select that area. So here's where you can select your condition again. If you made a mistake in the beginning, you can change that. I'm going to go into brand. I really doubt that they have this brand, so I'm going to add it. So I'm going to type in my Zintown, which is a random brand, I think. And then I'm just going to hit go at the bottom, and it's going to add that in there. So even if your item, your brand, or whatever the description detail is not listed, you can just hit add. Or go, sorry. If you have a UPC, you can go ahead and add that here. I don't believe mine had that. All right, size type is the first one here. Now, you'll notice in every category, eBay pre-populates their own details. So they feel as though those are the details that are important to that item. So what I'm showing you here today just relates to these cycling jerseys. So when you go in and let's say you're selling a book, it's going to have different details. You just want to go through each one and select what you feel is the closest possible answer for those. Do not lie about this. You want to be honest because you don't want to mislead your customers. eBay doesn't like that either. So make sure you are being honest in terms of what details you're putting in. So this is a regular size shirt for men's, for the cycling at least. It is a size large. Now I'm going to go into features just to see if there's anything in here that I want to add. Oh, let's see here. I believe it had a full zipper. We'll go back in and see. That's all I see here. I'm also going to put in that it had an elastic waist. All right, and then we're going to hit done at the top. What else can we add here? We already know it's men, it's green. Unfortunately, they only let you pick one color, which sometimes gets tricky when you have tons of colors, but just pick the most prominent color. There's also an option for multicolor, but I don't feel like you're going to be found in the search as easily as you do if you select an actual color. I don't believe the material is jersey, so we will go back into that later and fix that, but that's where you would do it. Let's see what type brings us. Okay, so here's just leisure cycling jersey. Sometimes you can do racing jerseys, but that's not what we're selling here. And then also I always add the country. I'm going to assume right now that it's China. All right, and then we're going to hit done. All right, so the next section here you're going to see is description. So this is super important. Your title is nicely pre-populated into your description. So let's hit into that. All right, so this is what they pre-populate for you. It has the title. It also will show your condition, and then it says how it ships. I take out that bottom two sentences because I like to add my own things. So I am going to show you what I type in. So I'm going to write new with tags. I have the brand there on its own line. I'm going to do green and black cycling jersey shirt, men's size large. Short sleeves. Let's say that it does have a full zip. I can't remember. All right, so the other thing that I like to do is I add the measurements. So I have armpit to armpit. I also do the front length. I have the back length. So you can really add whatever you would like in your listings. And then I also do the sleeve length. So I'm just going to type these in for now so you can see the idea. And then you can type whatever other disclaimers that you might have towards the bottom. And then we're just going to hit done. All right, so then in your next section is pricing. So we're going to go into pricing. All right, there's all kinds of options here, as you can see. So you can set it up as an auction, or you can set it up as a buy it now. So all of the listings here, it says auction, shows you an average selling price. I don't tend to go by that because I've already done my market research before I do my listings. So I already have looked at completed listings. But here's where you can select what you want your starting bid to be. Let's say $10. They have this new thing now with easy pricing. Well, they will lower the prices gradually for you. You can decide if you want to turn that on or off. Also the duration of your auction. 1 to 10 days. You can decide if you want to do offers or not. And this is where you'd say, yes, I want to take offers. No, I do not. This is the price I'm willing to accept. Also, you can do a reserve price if you'd like, and you would just type in what you would want that to be. And you can also schedule the auction if you'd like to start at a different time. All right, I'm also going to show you how to do buy it now. So I'm going to turn the auction part off. All right, buy it now is how I do most of my listings. Again, it's going to show you that online trending price, but again, I'm going to do my own research. But let's say I want to change it to start at $30. So you just type it in the box. It takes a second to load. Easy pricing. Let's say I want to turn that on. Let's see what that says. So starting 10 days after listing, we'll lower your price 5% every 5 days until your item sells or gets $18. So they've already pre-calculated almost half of what the selling price is. Notifying buyers who showed interest each time. All right, the next one is offers. It is always half of the price is what their basic is what they type in, but you can change it if you want to. So let's say I won't take anything lower than $20. Anything that comes in below that, eBay will not even send to me. Or I can say, no, I'm firm on my price. I do not want to accept offers. I'm going to turn that back on. All right, quantity. If you have more than one quantity, you can go into that section and you can change your quantity. I only have one. And also, if you want to change your time, you can also schedule it for a later date. Hit done. All right, shipping, our favorite section. Shipping really is not that difficult as long as you know how much your item will weigh when shipped. So you need to include the weight of the box and any shipping materials. Also, you need to know what size that box or bag will be when you're going to ship it. So please make sure that you are following that ahead of time so that you know how you're going to be shipping an item. So the first section there is the package details. So you're going to type in, let's say it's 10 ounces, and then you just hit each section with your finger. I'm going to do a 10 by 8 bag by, let's say, 2 inches. All right. Also, you can select here which type of shipping method you would like to do. So we're going to select that. This is where it gets a little more complicated. I typically only use USPS, but I've heard if the items are heavier, you would want to maybe look into UPS or FedEx. But here, the economy shipping, you can see all of those options, gives you approximate prices for those options. Also, here you have first class, which it has to be under a pound with the United States Postal Service. Also, you can do FedEx, UPS ground. Expedited services here, you can do priority mail and all kinds of other things based on the boxes that you have or the envelopes. You'll see here it says flat rate envelope, small flat rate box, so make sure you're actually shipping it in that box that says flat rate if that's what you're using. Typically, you won't be using flat rate boxes because they do cost more money unless it's an extremely heavy item but it's small, then you might want to look at flat rate shipping. So you can just scroll through here and you can see the different options. The most frequently used ones are USPS first class package, if it's under a pound, or USPS priority mail. Scrolling to the bottom, they also offer one-day service. So if it's something that someone needs the next day and they're willing to pay for that, then you can select one of those. For now, I'm going to stick with the first class package because I know that this item is going to be under the pound. Hit done. All right, so the next section here is how you want to charge them. So there's 3 different options. You can do a calculated rate, which is based on how heavy the item is, how big the item is, and where the person is locating that is purchasing the item from you. It will calculate for you what the cost of the shipping will be. You can also do a fixed amount. So let's say that you want to charge everybody $5, no matter where it's going, how much it weighs, nothing. You just want to charge $5. This is where you would enter that. Or you can offer free shipping, which it automatically took you over there, sorry. Basically, you're responsible for the cost of shipping. So I, as a rule, always charge for anything that's priority or above, and then I offer free shipping for first class items. So I'm going to offer first class free shipping on this one. All right. So then, if you see the little plus sign, it says additional domestic services, you can select this button and add additional services to offer your buyers other options. So since I'm offering the free first class shipping, I'm also going to offer the priority mail if they want to purchase it. So let's say they need it quicker than what first class can provide, they can purchase the shipping for priority mail. So that's how I set that up. All right. The other option you're going to select here is ship internationally, which could probably be its own video all by itself. I do ship internationally and I use the global shipping program, but I'm not going to get into that on this video. Also, they offer the option for local pickups. So if you have a larger item, let's say you have a car, I'm not sure, or a bigger, a bulkier item that you don't want to ship, you'd rather just offer it locally, you can also select that as well. All right, so that is it for shipping. We're going to hit done. Scroll down. If you want to donate a portion to charity, you can select that there. It's going to show you any type of listing fees that are required here. And then at the bottom, don't forget your preference box. So we're going to select this box. You need to make sure you've set up your payment methods. You also need to select your handling time. So how quickly are you going to ship it? You must stick to that handling time or eBay will ding you for late shipment. I always ship everything in 1 business day. Where's your item located? Make sure that that looks correct. If not, you need to update your zip code and where you're located. I require immediate payment. That means if they select buy it now, they must pay it right now. Unfortunately, when they do an offer, eBay does not have a buy it now immediate payment option. So you still have to go through the effects of reminding your buyers to pay for it if they do a best offer. But if they select just buy it now, you can require them to pay immediately. I also accept returns, so you can select that on or off. So if you do offer returns, you can select your time range, which eBay requires at least 30 days. And then also you can accept whether or not the return shipping will be paid by the buyer or the seller, which means you'd be offering free returns. eBay does give you some perks if you offer free returns, but you have to be willing to take the cost of that if people are returning your items. So I'm just going to select buyer pays for now, and then we're going to hit done. And that is pretty much it for now. So now the next thing you would do is you would hit list with the display fees. You can preview your listing or you can save it for later. So I'm going to go ahead and list with the displayed fees so you can see what it looks like. It's going to swirl for a minute, make sure everything is there. If it's missing something, it will take you back to the listing and it will show you what you are missing. All right, congratulations, your item is scheduled to be listed. So if we want to view the listing, we can, or you can hit done. It'll take you to your home screen. Let's view the listing. And there you go. So here's your options for future things. If you ever want to change your offer settings, revise the item, in the item, or sell similar item, you've got those options. And this is what your listing looks like. All right, so that's all I've got for you guys today. Hopefully you found that useful. Please make sure you leave your comments and questions below. I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. Also make sure you like the videos. And also make sure you subscribe to the channel. And that's all we've got for today. All right, guys. Happy thrifting.